Jane Birkin style, the queen of effortless chic. In today's video, I'll be sharing how to shop her look for less. Now, although Jane Birkin was born in England, she's known as being one of France's most iconic style icons. Going against the glamorous grain at the time, she made laid-back style a trend. Making a pair of jeans and a t-shirt and of course a basket bag ooze sex appeal far more than any revealing dress. Jane Birkin just had that knack of blending English eccentricity with French elegance into any outfit. Now, I'm sure Jane Birkin is a style icon for many of you, but it'd be really interesting to hear from you in the comment section below who your other style icons are, and I'll try and work my way through everyone's favourite for this series. Her jeans collection was vast, from patchwork to flares to boyfriends and straight jeans. But one thing they all had in common was they were never figure-huggingly tight. They were all pretty relaxed. Even in this outfit, she looks like she's actually wearing a size too big and has added a belt just to be able to keep the jeans up. Now, if you dare to go down the route of flares, I would personally go for this pair from And Other Stories. I also really like this pair from Mango, which have a slightly more subtle flare to them. And I'm a big fan of the denim at Arquette, and I found this pair of flares on their website for just £59. Straight jeans are another great option to achieve Jane Birkin style, as they naturally don't fit too tight around the thighs like skinnies would. My favourite straight jeans are the regular ones at Arquette, which are made from organic cotton, and I love this pair by Acne Studios that have got the perfect Jane Birkin denim wash. When it comes to dresses, it was generally a case of the shorter the better for Jane Birkin. She was blessed with an amazing pair of legs, and rightly so showed them off in minuscule minis. I featured this dress in another video recently. I absolutely love it, and it just so happens to suit the Jane Birkin style perfectly. It's very short, it's knitted, got the short crop sleeves. I really like this version by La Redoute in deep navy, but it's got very slight shimmer detail to it as well. And staying with the knit dresses, I really like this striped version at Zara as well. Extra points for bringing in a Breton stripe or two, and I'd actually buy that cardigan as well. I love this mini dress with beautiful broderie on glace details. I think that with a pair of ballet flats, maybe a basket bag, would look absolutely stunning. This beautifully simple pinafore dress by Suzanne. I love those little shoulder straps, and I love this little shift dress, which I think strikes the right balance between sexy and understated. I meant to say as well, if you do like this video and you like the ideas and inspiration I'm giving you, it really does help me if you could subscribe to my channel and make sure you press the little bell button, which will just notify you each time I upload a new video. A basket bag is an absolute must when it comes to creating the perfect Jane Birkin style, and thankfully it's one handbag that never seems to go out of fashion. I love this updated version by Scentsy Studio. On the other end of the scale, do have a look at Etsy. I found some really beautiful and almost identical versions. I love this leather handle version by Sesta Collective, and French label Moon have got a beautiful collection ranging from the really traditional basket bag to something a little bit different. Time and time again, Jane Birkin managed to make a simple white shirt or blouse look oh so very chic. You'll notice the lack of print she wore. She seemingly preferred plain white, but with that distinctly billowing, almost poetic shape. Often the sleeves were long and balloon-shaped, gathered in at the hems. She'd often roll them back in that effortless fashion. I found this great version at Free People with the addition of smocking, I think really adding to that relaxed feel. This viscose textured option I found at H&M, which retails at just £12.99. And this short sleeve front tie version made from 100% linen. I adore this shirt made from 100% cotton with those amazing sleeves. The other option would be to go for a relaxed silk blouse, which Everlane do really well. And I really like this cream version by Mango, which is now £49.95. When Jane Birkin wasn't wearing her staple oversized shirts or bow blouses, she'd often be seen in off-the-shoulder tops or singlets instead. It's a style I'm really fond of, particularly through summer. And how she'd often style it, just dressed down with a pair of jeans, I think works really well. The jeans were often informal and relaxed, and that just gives you the opportunity to go a bit more statement or a bit more detail on your top half, albeit in a very effortless fashion. So something like this would work perfectly. The lace inlay adding some detail and some texture, while the frill sleeves give it lots of femininity. H&M are particularly great for this style of tops, and I found quite a few examples that I would purchase. Go off the shoulder like this one, made from 100% cotton. I love those sleeve details. A pointelle knit again with Musier Paris. I personally love this style of top tucked into jeans or maybe tailored trousers. I really like this one I found at Mango. I think it's really understated but making a statement at the same time. And if it's within budget, I found a couple of tops I like at Matches Fashion. Jane Birkin's shoes collection is something I love about her style. You've got the Mary Jane shape, which I've seen her wear a few times. My favourite version that I found recently from the stores would definitely be this version in black patent. Or you can go for the more T-bar shape like these ones I found at La Redoute. Her heels were often slingbacks or strappy, and this is something that Suzanne has replicated really well with their collection. I actually have this pair of strappy heels in my own wardrobe, and I think when paired with a pair of jeans and a t-shirt, it really emulates Jane Birkin's style. I also really love this pair, which have been made with vegetable tanned leather. And of the stories, I've got this gorgeous pair of heels which are actually vegan friendly. And June London have done a bit of a classic Chanel style dupe with their slingbacks. Ankle boots were often a staple for her, and I'd say the more simple the better. Make sure you go for the round toe option with a mid heel, thankfully a very wearable version. This pair of ASOS are the perfect shape, and I think going for them in that buttermilk tone will make a nice alternative to all the black. But if you did want to play it safe with black, ASOS own design have actually got a really nice pair. It's got a slightly higher heel, but that round toe does make them more wearable for day to day. And Doen again have got a great pair with a smaller heel but done in suede, which I think makes a nice alternative. Now in the winter, I would say go knee-high boots all the way, but in this particular video I really want to focus on spring summer. So the other shoes I'd say would be key to Jane Birkin's style would of course be ballet flats. Now you can get these cheap and cheerful from the likes of ASOS, or go all the way up the price ladder to Chanel if you so wish. My personal favourites for ballet flats or pumps would be this gorgeous pair by LK Bennett, Pretty Scalloped Edges by Chloe, and one brand who do ballet flats to perfection, Pretty Ballerinas. I love this pointed toe option. In fact, I think I would buy those in all 3 colours it comes in. And I also really like the little heeled versions, which is something I spotted Jane Birkin wearing from time to time. Like I've mentioned before, when you find the perfect fitting tee, invest in every colour that it comes in. It's an absolute style staple for me. Going very French to start with, I love the pointelle knit detail to this one by a brand called Lisette, a classic crew neck by Arquette, and I think this linen version by H&M really adds that effortless chic spirit that we're looking for. One surefire way to emulate Jane Birkin's style before you've even got dressed would be to go for a fringe. Taking the plunge for the first time can be daunting, I know the feeling well, but if you get the shape right, it can instantly update your look. So thinking about the pros and cons. For cons, I would say in summer it can get quite hot, and if your hair's got any sort of wave to it at all, which mine has, it can tend to go a little bit curly in the heat, certainly if there's any humidity. And when mine tends to get too curly and I've got ringlets going on, I tend to straighten it again, which obviously isn't great for your hair to do too often. On the pros side, I would say it always looks like you've got a proper hairstyle without having to do very much to it. Another pro would be, I think having a fringe adds a little cool edge to your look. And if we're particularly talking about Jane Birkin's style, it's definitely got that understated sexiness to it. Now, although I would say a hairdresser always cuts mine better than I do myself, sometimes you just can't get into the salon, or there's a pandemic and you can't leave your house, so you're forced to do it yourself. So if you are going to do it yourself, there are a few tips I would recommend. So the first thing I would say is to cut it really long. You can always cut more off it, you can't add it on obviously. I often cut mine when it's dry so I can really see how short it's going to be. If you cut it when it's wet and then you dry it, you might end up with a fringe up here. So I always start cutting mine at least below my eyebrows. The other tip I would say is to follow like a half moon shape. So I tend to get the middle section first, give that a trim to the length that I want, and then shape a half moon going round from that point. I don't know what this is technically called, but when you've got the shape right, I do like a vertical snip on the ends. Hairdresser's gonna kill me right now, but I've seen them do it, so I always do it myself, and it just really softens the ends rather than having a very hard edge. I have actually previously done a video where I show you how I style my hair and particularly my fringe, So I'll pop a link to that in the description box below. But generally I will blow dry it under with a slight curl, and then this side drag it that way, this side drag it that way, and that tends to give you a nice flick at the sides. When it comes to beauty, I think it's fair to say Jane Birkin was a big fan of mascara. Lashings and lashings of the stuff. She'd got that big doe-eyed look down to a T. But personally, my favourite shots of her are when she's got barely any makeup on at all. A little flick of liner on the lids of her eyes, dab of blush, bit of lipstick, and that is pretty much it. And apparently these days she's really warmed to that more au naturel look, just using 3 simple products. A MAC lipstick that she also dabs on her cheeks instead of blusher, an eyebrow pencil to fill out the edges, and Sisley's Fluid Foundation. When recreating the Jane Birkin look, try and focus on getting that lovely fresh face. Full bushy eyebrows, a liquid liner or maybe a pencil liner to get that lovely flick on top of your lids, and go to town with your mascara both with the top and bottom lashes. But leaving your skin really dewy and glowing, I think brings it up to date for 2020. When I do my makeup, I try and stick to that rule of never doing eyes and lips at the same time. So if I've gone with really smoky eyes, I will have a really nude lipstick, or vice versa. Like today, I haven't got any eyeshadow on at all, and I've got bright red statement lips. I think doing both at the same time feels too much, and it feels too try hard, and I think it's just a bit more understated doing one or the other. So I really hope you've liked this video and it's given you lots of ideas and inspiration to recreate your own Jane Birkin look. And don't forget to let me know in the comments section below who you would like me to feature next. Who are your style icons? Do let me know and I shall add them to the list for this series, Shop Her Look.